Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, let's take a look at the storyline as well as the signs and symbols for the day. We start with an Eight of Wands. It is in the reverse. I don't know if somebody's not sleeping well. Eight of Wands is normally about action, conversation, communication, but this could be somebody who's like, I'm too exhausted to talk right now. I don't know if somebody has a stuffed animal that they like keep on their bed, like maybe one of those plush, like marshmallow body pillows slash stuffed animals that's just really comfy, cozy, gushy, and might look like a lion, or this looks like a big body pillow to me. We have this feminine here with kind of like long hair that's kind of like splaying over the edge of the bed or pillow or something. Somebody could have a blue blanket also. Um, but I just feel like I'm too tired to talk. I can't deal with this right now. Somebody might sleep through a meeting as well. This could be like I took a nap out in my car, but on my lunch break, but oh my God, I didn't get back in time, or this is oversleeping. You know what? Sometimes that's what we need. We got the Chariot sideways. It does feel like everything needs to come like not to maybe a grinding halt, but it does feel like a character needs a break or a breather from talking to anyone, even their favorite little wolf pack. This is like even the people that I adore. I just need to pull my energy back for just a minute, not forever, just for a hot minute. You know what? It could be a strangely silent day. It could be that, once in a while we get really lucky. We miss an appointment, but it turns out the person we were supposed to have had an appointment with, they missed it too. I mean, it could be a very serendipitous day where it's like, I can't believe I overslept. And then it turns out, we're profusely apologizing. And the boss is like, honestly, I didn't make it in today. I was going to have to reschedule anyway. It could be that nobody texts, nobody calls. It could be a day of like, I'll say much appreciated solitude and silence. Not because there's hard feelings, not because there's meanness, not because there's, any kind of animosity brewing, but just maybe everybody needs that quiet space for just a hot minute. Because that Chariot says everybody's postponing everything, everybody's taking a beat. We've got a Page of Swords. It's time to think about dreams. I don't know if somebody has a big dragon tattoo, but she is tattooed like full body. It doesn't have to be a dragon, but somebody could have like a, up one whole like limb, one hemisphere of the body kind of tattoo, or maybe somebody has a really cool birthmark or something. Or it's just talking about energy flow, like maybe the meridians of energy that flow through us, or maybe it's about chakra energy. But I feel like this has to do with our hopes, our dreams. It's about gathering information. This card, this feminine, does not have clothes on. That's why I can't show the whole card. But I'm also picturing like her hair again is like splayed out. And so I keep thinking that, and her arms are, like she's just reaching out, like she's just kind of like expanding, letting the energy. I think somebody has had a heavy heart, is what this feels like. Possibly a feminine has had a heavy heart, and she needs to catch a breath. She needs to retreat just a little bit and let some stuff go, and maybe say, all right, universe, what was I supposed to learn from this? How does this fit into the grand scheme of my hopes, wishes, and dreams of life? Okay. As they say, I think a feminine has had a heavy heart. She literally, Lady Justice, is like covering her heart with her hands, and we see her mascara is running. Somebody could have blue eyeshadow on. Very elegant hands, by the way, possibly some red or kind of burnt orange or like orange, red, maroon colored fingernails. We got a Five of Cups. I feel like somebody has like a little figurine or toy, maybe a child's toy, like they have a child and their child has like a unicorn toy, or just the word unicorn, they're going to see that. And it's like, reminds me of the thing that's actually bothered me. Maybe I put my wishes out there, my dreams out there for something that was unrealistic. And it's just unfair. Why did I even get hooked on something that, if it was unrealistic? We really have a feminine who's like kind of grieving just a little bit, is what it comes across as. I'm I'm kind of like mourning a little bit, and that's why I'm tired and I don't really want to talk, because I'm in kind of a, a mood where I'm assessing universe, cosmic energy. How come, if that wasn't supposed to be mine, why'd I even have to see it? Oh, that song by Damien Rice. And why'd you sing hallelujah if it meant nothing to you? Why'd you sing for me at all, or with me at all? So it does feel like we have this feminine who's kind of asking that, though, of the universe. Like, why did I even, in this case, could be, why did I meet a King of Swords who also had those dragon tattoos? This, maybe she thought I met somebody who was supposed to be what I thought was my partner. We seemed like we were so much on the same page. Maybe they even said that we were on the same page. So why did it turn out to be not really, And I just think that she's digesting the big question here, which is, why go through it at all if it doesn't work? Somebody could have a bike helmet on, by the way. I'm just noticing she has really, really shiny hair here, but it almost looks like a helmet of sorts on. So possibly a bike helmet or a motorcycle, like a half helmet or something. She may have very glossy hair, by the way. Whomever she was attracted to could be balding, or was balding, or is balding now. Could also be that some of her memories of this person are actually starting to fade, but she's still trying to get the lesson out of what happened. And she's just, I don't know why, but it seems like this is the day that she's like, kind of like making peace with something and asking, okay, so if something is not a part of my life, but I thought it was going to be fabulous and I thought it was meant for me, only to find out it absolutely wasn't, then there must be a reason for this. So what is it? Because right now it feels a little unfair that it was even, offered to me, only to find out it wasn't any of the things that it was supposed to be. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I know she might be asking the universe. Maybe that's why she's like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm really fatigued. I'm kind of salty right now, and I need to figure out an internal answer between me and my higher power. Why'd this happen to me? I think she's going to get a sign. I think she's going to get an answer. It may come from the clouds. By the way, if she does fall asleep in her car, misses a meeting, then says, you know what, I actually think I need to go home. I'm going to take the rest of the day off work. I think it's all going to work out just great. But obviously, if there's going to be some sign, maybe in the clouds, or, something that she's going to notice, she needs to be focused. So don't be driving, being distracted. If she's going to go home, go rest herself, but her mind is heavy. It's like, especially if a sign is going to be coming in, be in a safe space. Don't be driving a car. Don't be operating things and be distracted. Sorry, I just had to say that because this is like up in the sky. She may let herself like relax and hopefully like sit down someplace and absorb her surroundings. I don't know if she's going to go sit in a park for a little bit, sit by like a nice little bubbling creek or something. But that might be really, really good for her to sit there and say, okay, universe, give me the answer. I know a disappointment that occurred in my life, possibly with this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person. Something wasn't what I hoped it was. So why? Can you give me a sign on this? And I feel like, okay, here's the thing. First off, the Pegasus comes in when we have had success. Okay, so in Greek mythology, when Zeus and the fellow Olympian gods fought to overthrow the Titans, and indeed they were able to do that, they weren't successful in that battle until the Pegasus were involved. So the winged horses, the Pegasus, have a real symbolic association with victory. And so there is that aspect here. And then we have this little ram riding on the back of this horse. So it's like I'm being carried to victory. The wings of the divine have actually been carrying me to greater prosperity, greater benefit. I kind of think that our character is being asked, if they ask the right question of their higher power or ask the right question to that karmic justice, and they're saying, what is it? I didn't get what I wanted emotionally, right? Instead, I ended up with the Five of Cups. Maybe I fell in love with somebody and they didn't turn out to be somebody that I could rely on. How is that fair? What do I get instead of that? And it kind of looks like the universe may be answering, darling, what you're getting is tremendous success. Like there could be a huge sense of like monetary success coming in. There could be a huge sense of victory coming in. It's like, look, the wings of the universe are carrying our character forward to greater abundance. Now, I don't know if our character has received this yet or if they're about to. I'm picturing somebody could be getting like some pretty sudden positive, like a raise or a financial bump or something really beautiful, something really positive could come about today. Today for our character, we have a page of discs. This is a message coming in. This is an offer coming in. This is something new and fresh and like just for our character. This is, I do think our character has to look at the world through fresh eyes. What they didn't receive, although it feels really unfair, let me put it this way, I always think that the universe has a way of balancing stuff, but it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. If we have a big old sorrow or hurt or pain, somebody doesn't turn out to be the truthful person that we thought, or they're unreliable when here we thought they were going to be super reliable. It doesn't mean that we get someone else that comes into our life and is immediately like going to replace them. So one unreliable person leaves and a new reliable person shows up. Instead, because it's all about like the cosmic flow of things, instead of thinking about a 1-to-1 ratio of like a person to person, think of it as energy. If one energy siphoned away some of my energy and I didn't get anything back, after all, I gave my love, I gave my thoughts, I gave my attention, and this person took it away, then the universe says, yes, but energy will come back to you. It may come back in a different form, though. In this case, it's coming back in a form of there's prosperity on the horizon. And that may be instrumental to giving our character a fresh start in life. But they have to be able to look at this less as, okay, this person broke my heart, so give me somebody else to fix it, or can't that one person come back in and fix it? This is a story that suggests for our character, know that the things that give us victory in life may not be packaged the way we expect them to be. They may not get an apology from that King of Swords. They may not have some other awesome Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius come in and replace them, and now they get this great romantic partner who is really stable. Not right now anyway. Instead, it's just about the energy. There was a disappointing energy that took some of her strength away, but that energy is going to come back to her, but in a different form. Right now, it's coming in abundance, and it's going to give her the opportunity for some kind of like new, fresh beginning in her life. Something else will be a new, fresh beginning. Instead of having a new beginning like of love with the King of Swords, she's going to get a new beginning in some other area. She may have a new spark of incredible creative energy, creative ideas. She could also meet somebody else who's way more attractive, by the way. Somebody that is, I mean, this talks about first abundance. Then it talks about new conversation that is much more like mentally stimulating, but also could be very, like there could be a very attractive person, somebody that she meets, some offer that she gets for a job, some kind of a pay bump, some kind of success. And then that opens up new doors, new chapters. She starts, liking the universe again a little bit. I think that's really what the message is of this story is. Just here he has the lightning in the hand. Talk about a good depiction of energy. There's, when do we have lightning and thunder? When we have a cold front meeting a warm front, right? Two different energies clash and collide, and we can literally see the energy that has been contained in the clouds. Or, it's sometimes we don't even see the clouds. We just see kind of like a, funky bluish gray sky. And then all of a sudden we see lightning. Some of the energy flow is invisible until you get the clash. And then you realize that the energy was there all along. I think that's what this message is really about. Maybe she's going to see a lightning storm and it's going to be like, oh my God, I just had this epiphany. What didn't work out in my life, I can't pine for that or think that that was supposed to be here. If it's about energy, some energy I lost because it was taken from me, but other energy will come in and replace it, because that law of thermodynamics, energy is neither created nor destroyed, it is merely transferred. And I think if she can flow with that thought process, everything is going to work out so much better for her. There's so much more success. It's just coming in a different area of her life. I think she's meant to be financially like very wealthy, and I think that's going to come from great ideas. And I also think she's supposed to have a more exciting life. I think she's supposed to have a more exciting lover. I think she's supposed to have a more exciting, you know what? She thinks it now too. She's like, damn, it's true. Let me let go of the disappointment of somebody else. Let me think of them as an energy flow. They've exited, but I'm welcoming a fresh flow of energy in now. I kind of think she's digging this shift now that we can look at it in that respect. You have to let go of certain things. She may see a crow or something. She may see like I don't know, maybe somebody wearing like a Grim Reaper t-shirt, or, like some of the like rock albums have, like Grim Reapers and stuff on it. I'm picturing somebody who walks by like, an album cover or a CD cover or something like that. There's something there that's the depiction of like, oh yeah, I did let that go. Definitely it's the lightning. I feel like she's going to be meeting somebody who has amazing eyes also. And this could all happen seemingly boom, boom, boom. The same day where she's tired, she doesn't want to deal with anybody, she doesn't want to talk to anybody, she's a little salty at the universe. The same day she has this epiphany, which is what she was looking for. She wanted to have a little little conversation there with the universe and ask, why the hell did I not get my satisfaction? Why the hell did I meet somebody if they weren't the right person? And the universe is like, babe, it's about energy. Some people come in and they take some of your energy away, but don't worry, there's always more coming at you. So be ready to catch it. It'll be replenished. You breathe in, you breathe out. You don't get sad when that air leaves your lungs, because you're getting a next breath. But the next breath will be a little different than the other breath was. A little bit different. If you're 3 blocks away standing next to a cherry tree, you might get some pollen. If you're 5 blocks away standing next to some, wonderful honeysuckle bush, you might also get the added bonus of smelling something lovely. If you're standing next to garbage, you might smell something horrible. But every breath is going to be just a little bit different, but it's in and out. You're always going to get that next breath. So don't worry too much about letting certain things go, but definitely welcome in the replacement energy, because it's going to be awesome. I kind of love this one. I know it's fairly abstract,